about Najee. C-Dub on the beat. Back against the wall, CL20's knocking rated. IGI's tripping, validated, shoot ready. Brown incarcerated.
Hey, yo, what's good with everybody, man? I hope everybody's having a productive day, feeling blessed, and like I always say, it's one life, one chance. We only got one chance to do this right. Let's get it done. Well, yeah, I seen it this morning. Hey, sorry if I look a little burnt, but I was on the roof today again, and I was in the sun all day, and I forgot to buy sunblock like everybody told me to, so I should have done that. So forgive me for my face. But so let's get into this. And for those that are asking about personal stories, I'm gonna get to those. I got like 2 YA stories that I have already edited. My apologies, I haven't told my personal stuff, man. A lot of stuff been getting thrown on my plate, and I just taking care of everybody's requests. So my apologies, but I'll get to them. So anyways, man, I seen it this morning. Rico Too Smooth dropped a little diss track on Shimo Media's YouTube channel, and then I watched the snippets, as you can see across the screen. And yeah, obviously, that was point blank. He took a shot at Chito, Ranas, and the rest in peace, late and great. By the way, I found out what late and great really means, but late and great Jalisco. And I know a lot of people would think that I'm just going to sit here and bash Northerners. Honestly, I don't really care no more. But you got to remember, Chito just dropped a song dissing Lil Ty again, making fun of Jacob, talking about his brother. So to me, to be honest with you, I don't even care who started the situation. I don't see an ending to it, because everything else that's taking place in the streets and all over social media and the speculation, all from prison politics, they're taking it to another level now. I mean, people used to once say prison politics shouldn't have been on social media in the first place, YouTube, but it's there. We've all published it. We've all talked about it. Now the streets are coming forward and speaking their piece, speaking their angles, saying how they really feel about certain things when it comes to prison politics. Back in the day, man, that would have been forbidden. Think about it. When the GON CD first came out, the dude in the beginning, Robert Grattan, recited the format. He got in trouble for that, for exposing Clecha like that. And little by little, I've listened to a lot of Norteno rappers that are kind of subliminally putting prison politics in their lyrics. That's a bold move. That's a very bold move. But then you got to remember something. Well, first, like I said, I already knew this was going to happen. The point I'm trying to make is this. When is it going to go back to being good music? I don't think it would. Before Chito was really targeting people and going at it with people, when I heard his first songs, his first album, at Taliban, Norsak Baby, those were some good songs, trending songs. I just want to hear the man for his lyrics. I don't care who he beefs with, what he stands on, who he disrespects, who he against, how he's going viral. If it's good music and everybody's telling me it's good music and everybody all over social media is promoting it as, man, this is a banger, I want to hear it. And I'm going to take the time to hear it. And if I like it, it goes on my playlist. If I don't, I'm like, I give it a shot. I give people shots, even though a lot of people don't give me shots. But, thank God to my audience that they do. But anyways, so obviously there was going to be a response because he dissed Lil Tys. And they even did a music video in his hood with like 20 different people. So like, I'm not going to take no shots on the basis, right? I got a phone call like a month ago. And I have a song that I dropped on my Instagram. And I was speaking the truth, but the only reason I didn't post it on YouTube like I did Dope Fiend is because I cussed in it. And I usually never cuss in my lyrics. I try to prevent myself from that, and I don't cuss on my YouTube channel. But I had some harsh words to say about certain things only because I felt the way I felt. But I was just speaking the truth and speaking my mind where I'm at today. And so I never put it on YouTube. So I put it over there on Instagram. A lot of people liked it. A lot of people supported it. A lot of people want me to drop it. I remixed the beat, old school beat. And so I get a phone call, and they said that Norteños overheard that song. And then a part of that song, I said I moved out of Cali so I could raise my kids. And they said they're thinking about making a diss track or a verse about me, saying that they ran me out of Cali. And I started laughing, and I told the homie in particular, I was like, hey, bro, like, for real, tell him not even to waste a verse on me, bro. To be honest with you, don't waste that energy. Don't waste studio time on me, bro. I do my own thing, bro. I talk about certain politics. I talk about certain trending topics, but that's about it. I'm not that person that I was about a year and a half ago, 2 years ago. I'm not going to target nobody. I'm not even going to respond. I'll even give it a listen and just be like, damn, he bashed me. Good song, though. And I'll even leave a comment like, hey, man, that was fire. Appreciate it. I'm not that person no more. I'm not going to go back to that person. They're not going to get a response from me. So I go, for them to waste their time, that would be stupid, because studio time costs money, especially these guys. Then they're going to make a music video about it. That's going to cost, $600, $800, sometimes even $15, depending on how raw the dude is. And then they're gonna promote it on Shimo Media, which is gonna, I know Shimo Media charged like $300 back in the day when I first asked them. So you're investing all this money for a verse to target me that you're not gonna get a response from me no more like the old me. Waste of time. Don't waste your money. Bad enough, it's hard to make money doing music anyways. I just do it for fun. I do it because I just get into it. I like it. It's good exercise. It keeps me off the streets. Something else to do, a little hobby. But think about it, man. I seen something by Snoop Dogg. He said he got 1 billion streams on Spotify, and all he got cashed out was 45,000. So if that man got 1 billion streams, but some of these dudes are only getting 1 million, 500,000, 20,000, 30,000, do you really think these guys are really making that much money? Are these guys really performing and doing shows every weekend, cashing out for their performances, getting paid for their appearances? No. So if you're going to be making music, make music for the sake of making music, for something that you love. But it seems like everybody that I've seen so far that's, being everybody speculating on, are doing it for the pure image to represent the North or represent the South. Like, man, that's a prison thing that spilled over in the streets and everybody just ran with it and been killing each other ever since. But like if you're going to elevate your game and infiltrate the music industry, stick to your people, stick to yourself. Stop worrying about everybody else. But like I said, Chito's the one that instigated the situation, so I already knew somebody was going to do it. Rico Too Smooth happened to be the one from Sacramento, since they're both from Sacramento. Went to his hood 20 deep. Now, the only thing I'll say about this, man, we've seen it done before. They pulled up to Chito Ranas' hood and did a music video. This time around, it would have been more impressive if he just went by himself with the cameraman. Like, I'm in your hood by myself. What's good? Nah, but you brought 30 people. See, when I did Rabbit Season, I think that made me go viral a lot more because I did that music video by myself with one other person. And one other person, we did it in remote locations. But when I went by myself, I did the music video in the same locations as the people that were dissing me and the writers at the time. I went to the same locations that they did their music video. And one more spot. I actually pulled up to the dude's house. They gave me his location where he lived, and I went in front of his house and recorded it. Nobody pulled out. Nobody came out. He probably wasn't even home. I don't even know. They just told me his location. Very stupid thing for me to do. That's why I took it down, and I've even deleted it out of my iCloud, off my phone. I don't ever want to see that again and relive that moment. I'm done with that. But that's risky business because them dudes could have been out there 20 deep, and I mean, doesn't matter if Chito's in LA. Doesn't matter if he's one of the hottest trending Southside rappers right now, and you decided to target him for clout or get your views up like him. Doesn't even matter. That dude ain't even in his hood. That dude's in LA chilling, doing whatever, chasing. He's beefing with his own people. Like, back in my day, that mentality would be like, man, let them fight each other out while we're all united over here. Under one banner, under one bandana. Let them beef all they want because that's what we see. A lot of Southern rappers are beefing with each other. Northerners should just be worried about them. All right, man, now's the time, man. Let them tear each other apart. But they don't think like that. On the bigger picture, it's like, bro, what does it matter? You got two sides of California just targeting each other off something that just happened recently with two other artists. That's what it's come down to. That's the only thing people want to talk about and people want to do. You're willing to spend all your money to make music just to promote your bandana now, to promote your neighborhood now. That's about as good as it's going to get. Nobody cares about radio play. Nobody cares about, bigger shows. Nobody cares about crossing that state line. There's like 49, 48 other different states in America that y'all could be trying to branch out to. More money to be made, but everybody's stuck in Northern California and Southern California. You just want to limit your money if that's what you're really after. We're just going to limit ourselves to this, little geographic state right here. Hey, man, I just want Northern California. I just want to be popular in Northern California. I mean, good luck trying to get rich on that unless you get some money and start a business because the music industry ain't going to help you if you just limit yourself right there. And that's what everybody's doing because everybody outside of California don't want to hear that. Everybody don't even care. Half the time people that tune in outside of California don't know what the hell we're talking about or what's going on. They just see a lot of speculation and they see the views, so they want to, be interested in it. They want to try to figure it out. Doesn't make a lot of sense what everybody's doing nowadays. When people shouted to me this morning, it was just hard for me to make a video because I knew it was going to happen. But it's already starting to get to that point, even with me as a content creator, like, bro, who really cares? I mean, that's what you're going to waste your money on, then waste your money on that. Right now, if I had the opportunity, I would try to be like Jelly Roll. I want to be noticed for something bigger, a bigger message, known all around the world. Trying to take it worldwide. Some people have done it before. And these guys are too worried about blue and red, north and south. I'm bigger and better than him. Oh, just because they're bigger, it's time to target them. Bro, it's ridiculous and it's a waste of energy. Because most of the time you're not going to get a response. And if you do get a response, what's the best that's going to come out of it? Because nobody's really going to take it there violently. And I'm not saying that it should. But nobody's really going to take it there. It's all for social media clout. It's all to go viral. That's all it's ever been for the past 2 years that I've noticed. And it's like, bro, when are we going to start thinking bigger? That's why I said if Rico ever dropped or any Northerner, that even if it was just a rumor and it wasn't even true, anybody drop a diss song on me now, I'll just be like, good job, man. Appreciate it. But my studio time is going to be for new music, positive messages. I'm going to write different. I'm going to speak different. You're not going to get that response from me no more. And the only thing I can say about this is that, like today's Norteno music, because like I said, I'm not biased, bro. Just because I am what I am and I stand where I stand and I speak about what I speak about, I'm not biased, bro. I give everybody a chance. Like I said, one of my favorite artists is, Bands had a cool one where he was getting, topped in the middle of the music video. That was funny. I watched it like 10 times already. The beat's cool. Waiting for it to drop on Apple and Spotify. I'll still listen to it. I don't care. They might not care about me, but to me, it's just music now. To me, it's just music. Chito was one of the ones I followed the most because I just like the way he flowed. Even though he's a Northerner, I like the way he flowed. But when I listen to a lot of Norteno rap, the only thing I reflect on is the Norteno rap that I grew up in. The first GON, this one right here. This one right here. Cuete, Northern Warriors. And Dark Familia albums. And to be honest with you, I haven't done a video about those yet. I'm going to do one shortly. I want to break it down even further, but that Norteno music, what it was designed for, how prison politics got involved, promoting that music, everything that it entailed. Those CDs back then had an impact on the streets. Like, it led to a lot of violence. It made Norteno Varios really go to war in the 90s and the early 2000s. Nowadays, everybody's just doing it because I guess being a rapper is cool and being a rapper is the trending thing to do, and that's where I want to go do. And I want to say I massacred a lot of people. Everybody wants to sound like Mozzie nowadays. They bodied everybody, body for body, on top of bodies and stacked with bodies. A house of 1,000 corpse. That's what the music sounds like, and whether or not people are living by it, that's not for me to say. But I could just tell you right now, to me, this is music now, and it's not even becoming music anymore. Now it's becoming just a battle of the egos. Everybody's just targeting each other. Everybody wants to disrespect each other. We're following a weird trend where the only way to have a voice nowadays and be somebody nowadays is to disrespect somebody publicly, knowingly, and to make it go viral. That's what we're making go viral. That's the only voice that anybody can develop nowadays. When everybody's just trying to come up on their own, unless you make a banger, then it's very hard. Trust me, I've tried it. But the moment you start beefing with somebody online and you target somebody and you disrespect somebody, that's when you have a voice. And those negative voices are going to echo through the streets, man. And there's going to be a lot more people involved targeting one another for it at the expense of other people that are not really doing it themselves, but are all over social media just clapping back and forth. And that's the sad reality of it. There's more people on the streets that are going to idolize this kind of behavior more and more every day. The more and more we see it. Trust me, I'm just as guilty back in the day for doing it. But they're going to idolize this and think that's the appropriate voice and the appropriate conduct and to become somebody. Nobody's thinking about positive leadership no more. Nobody's thinking about proper leadership. Nobody's thinking about just being, having leadership examples like I'm trying to do every day. All they think about is, man, I'm just going to look up to individuals that are, what they're doing, I'm going to mimic that. And right now what you see in Norteno rap is just people it's cool to be a Norteno rapper. And it's cool to beef with Southern rappers. And it's cool to post whatever you want on social media and you'll get famous for it. That's the encouragement that we're seeing nowadays. And, it's going to be a hard battle trying to encourage the youth. Like, man, just go to that mic, man, and have your own voice. Have your own opinion. Have your own belief system. It's not going to work and it's not going to be effective as, we would all want it to be. But this is what we see nowadays. Now, mind you, like I was saying, the GON CD and the GON era, that impacted the streets negatively and violently. I'm not saying that's what I want the Norteno music today to sound like or to do and to encourage, but like I said, today's music nowadays is everybody's doing it just to become popular. And as much as it used to be good examples for a lot of artists that you don't even talk about what Northern California and Southern California talk about, the Jack Harlows, the G-Eazys, stuff like that, we're not going to see that. We're going to see a lot of gang members thinking like, man, the next best thing to do in my life is take the streets to the studio and be a gang member in the studio. That's pretty much the basis of this video. So I'm glad everybody put me up on it this morning. Like I said, I didn't even want to do it. I tried to figure it out all day what I was going to say, and that's the best that I can come up with when it comes to that subject. But I got to get back to the other content because I got a phone call yesterday. I was on the phone for like 4 hours. Found out some incredible information that I want to put together for you guys. So with that being said, like I always say, is one life, one chance. We only got one chance to do this right. Let's get it done. Peace.